4 procurement secrets. I will get drummed out of the union for telling you this stuff. Right, 4 procurement secrets. It's not procurement's job to buy on price. It's procurement's job to get the best deal for the agency the client has already decided they want to work with. Client makes the decision, procurement, go get the best deal. Or, we're running a competitive pitch process. How can I design the competitive pitch process to give me the best agency at the lowest agency price point? That then gets baked into the way I actually create the game. And I'm going to come back to that a little bit later when we talk about gaming. We're in the final stages of a pitch. We're down to a short list of 2 or 3, and procurement say, guys, you need to sharpen your pencil. Yep. You are the most expensive agency. Well, I'm actually telling the other 2 the same thing, by the way, but you are the most expensive agency. This decision is now all down to price. Bollocks again, right? It just isn't. But I'm not going to tell you that. Yeah, I mean, this again. Think about gaming. I am going to tell you things that are in my best interest to tell you. So again, it's all about price. The only part of marketing services spend where procurement will be or may be the decision maker is where something is very commoditized or something has become very commoditized. Things like print or whatever, which in marketing terms these days no one really worries that much about, although I'm sure the printers do. Procurement may well be the decision maker. In certain clients, their voice will be louder. In other clients, their voice will be softer. They're almost certainly going to be part of it, but they're certainly not the decision maker. I'm never going to get less than I ask for, so I'm just going to keep asking until you say that magic word. Yep, unless you tell me no, and I hear no, and I hear it unequivocally no, as in watch my lips, Tom, which part of no don't you get? Yeah, I'm going to keep asking. And if you keep giving, what do you think I'm going to do? I'm just going to keep asking. So as long as the concessions keep coming, I will keep asking. Yeah, so again, that word no is an important word in your vocabulary, and we'll come back to that a little bit in a second as well. And there are many ways for procurement to claim a saving, not just off your fees. In fact, there are far more ways for procurement to claim a saving than you would ever believe to be possible. And that savings word is an important word as well, because how do you think procurement gets measured? Well, you know, when I watched the lady from Coca-Cola earlier on in the video, I suspect your thoughts were a bit like my thoughts, which is, yeah, we've heard all that stuff before. They talk value, they talk innovation, they talk whatever, ROI, but the reality is the only thing they ever care about is cost. And the reason is because that's how they get measured. It's very hard to measure innovation. It's very hard to measure risk, but it's bloody easy to measure a cost saving. When I'm strolling around the corridors of power at WPP, as I'm doing at the moment, and I see Martin Sorrell, what do you think he asks me? Yeah, well, the first question is, who are you? The WP people have heard all my jokes before. This is a wonderful audience. I can, yeah? Rick, isn't this fabulous? Right, excellent, right. Actually, I jest not. Right, the second question, of course, is how much have you saved me this quarter? Or this 6 months, or this year. And of course, it's never enough, yeah? Because the only good way of measuring procurement is savings. So you get all this sort of lovely language about value and partnership, and I'm from procurement, and I'm here to help you. Yeah. These people are getting measured on savings, but there are many, many different ways to claim a saving. We have 4 different ones in WPP, 2 that we call cash, 2 that we call non-cash, but they all add up to a savings number. Here's an interesting question for you to ask your procurement team or your procurement person in your client over a beer with you buying. Tell me, how do you actually get measured? What's the metrics go into your savings number? I think we stopped counting at something like 25. Yeah, there are lots and lots and lots of ways procurement can claim savings: cost avoidance, process improvement, value add, break it down, you know, whatever it is, efficiency. If you can help them monetize something that they can take back and claim, you know, aren't we heroes in this organization, you will take the pressure off your fees. If you try and have a haggle on your fees, you'll lose because their stick is bigger than your stick, fundamentally. Yeah? So we've got to shift the language again, picking up on Tim's thing. You know, change the language, change the behavior, okay? So help them win by helping them monetize the work that you do on an ongoing basis.